What up? Is no, it's fine. Man, look. Today's topic is gonna be about learning how to let go. Learn how to let go. Whether that be some of your monkey thoughts in your head, or a person that you broke up with, or a paradigm that you just can't get rid of, and just let go. It's about letting go right now. For a disclaimer. Oh, there gotta be no disclaimer. There you go. Come on over. Thank you. So, what I'm gonna say is this: in the community of, I guess this is a community, if you want to say, people that's in the self-actualization, people that are trying to become a better person. In the community, you still got haters. You still got people hating. You got people hating on you getting successful, and they trying to get successful too, and give out positive energy and enlightenment. Still got haters in this mug. Somebody was hating online the other day, and I'm like, dang, y'all, we talking about a person that got the same goals as I do. We supposed to be building and making each other better. You over here attacking. Whatever a person wants to be, you shouldn't be even bothering attacking them. You're a hater. Stop being a hater. Look at yourself in the mirror. You know who you are. Stop hating. Let people be them. They don't have to run with your program. They don't have to run with my program. They can do their own thing. At the end of the day, I wish success for everyone. You should too. And you know who you are. I don't have to say your name. You know exactly who you are. So letting go. One thing about trying to let go of an idea or a habit or a paradigm or whatever, trying to let go can be hard. It can be challenging. Like I said, my main thing is mental health. I don't really too much care about finances at this point. Yeah, I'm going to get my finances together so I can make a better future for my daughters and the children that come and proceed for them. I mean, after them. But mental health has always been my main thing. Probably because my father was, he took classes in psychiatry and when he was in the army. So that might be it. And he taught me a lot growing up as a child. So, and I sat and observed people as a kid. I was quiet in school for a reason. I was quiet because I was sitting back and I was observing and looking at you guys grow into monsters. Some of you guys grew into monsters, right? Like this. Bloom! From 6th grade, 7th grade, monster. 9th grade, even more monster. Some of y'all grew and blossomed. Some of you guys grew into this, I guess, I don't know, this angry beast. Some of you guys stayed happy the whole time. But for the most part, a lot of the people I grew up with turned into monsters. What made you turn to monsters? I feel like you weren't letting go of certain things. You gotta let go. Okay, so letting go. In the past, I've talked about worry and guilt. Worry and guilt are pretty much the most worstest things that you can even fathom in your conscious, or have as a paradigm. As stated, worrying is worrying about the future so much that you just can't be in the present, and guilting is guilting about the past so much that you can't be in the present. Now that's very unintelligent to do, but we all do it. Even I find myself doing it sometimes because it's just the nature of your paradigm, the nature of being a human. You're gonna fall short. You're gonna fall short in this self-actualization. You're gonna have spike ups, spike downs. You're gonna have breakthroughs. You're gonna have conscious breakthroughs, and you're gonna have this moment where you feel like you didn't go nowhere. Even though you had breakthroughs, you feel like you haven't gone nowhere. And that's what you want to feel. That feeling of you haven't gone nowhere after all of the work that you put in should be motivation to keep going. Humble yourself. So worry and guilt it's at the root of most of not letting things go. For an example, you might have a friend or you might know somebody that uses guilt or guilt trips to get you to understand them, understand their perspective of life. So they bombard your perspective, smack it out the way, put theirs there, and then add guilt to a point where you are so guilty that their words are just melting you inside, and then it rings in your ears. You have manipulative people out there like that, where their ego is created just for guilt tripping you into doing stuff that you don't want to do. And these type of people you honestly want to stay away from. But there's a lot of people out there like that. I know a few people like that. And to me, from my observation, that's what I've seen a lot of, especially pretty women. A lot of pretty women doing that. A lot of women in general, they do manipulating things to get resources out of men. And it's vice versa too, because it's not a knock on women. And the man, he has this guilt from the woman, and she's using that guilt for the rest of the relationship, brother. She's using that guilt to keep you sucked in, brother, or he is using that guilt to keep you sucked in, sister. You gotta let it go. How you let it go? Well, first of all, if anything, you should know that the monkey in your mind, the paradigm, comes with pre-packaged ideas or pre-packaged sentences, I guess. Everything that you do is in harmony of the paradigm. The paradigm speaks for you. You're not speaking, the paradigm's speaking. So if you allowed someone to come and manipulate you into this guilt or worry trip, and you're stuck, the first step is to let go. Let go. Release you have to release their perspective out of your head. You got to realize that their perspective can only be in their head. It can't be outside. You got to stop allowing them to squeeze orange juice out of you and you made out of apple juice. I know this because I experienced this. Everything I'm talking about has been experienced, and it was the bad experience. So now this is why I'm here letting you know and giving you a lesson, a life lesson on letting go. Be able to use the power of no. No has power to it. Being able to reject and accept information, but being able to reject is more important. If you get called an asshole or you get called snobby and all, those are all little things that they do as tactics to get their perspective into your head, to worry and guilt you for the rest of your life, and they have control over you. Do not allow people to get that type of control over you. Trust me, it's gonna be detrimental to your health. The hell with money. It'll be detrimental to your health. Okay? There's all sorts of type of things that you can let go. If you're in a bad, toxic relationship, it's toxic. Why are you staying? Some people, like I was in a toxic relationship. Why did I stay? I don't know. I didn't know. All I can think of is I must have not loved myself enough to leave. But I do now. Ain't no toxicity getting near me. No sirree, Bob. I'm not allowing that. So, since I went through all of that, I wish everyone to listen that is listening. You do not. Once you see the toxicity in the first stages of the relationship, let the relationship go. Let it go. This person wants to keep you down, throw a whole bunch of perceptions and stuff all over you so they can keep you right here, so they can gain, they can gain the upper hand on you. and they'll be destroying your self-esteem. I sat and watched women. I've sat and watched women go through this with men. Men go with this with women. One of my homegirls got killed by a neurotic ass man that was like this because she wouldn't let him go. And she gone now. She dead. That boy said, if I can't have you, then nobody can. That was his ending result. And he shot her. Rest in peace. I don't like saying people's names, so I'm not gonna say her name. But that neurotic, low form of ego from that guy, she saw that stuff in the beginning, but she did not know how to let go. Another example, letting go. You don't have to win all your arguments. Why do you even want to be in an argument in the first place? Where does arguments get you? Nothing gets resolved when two people are yelling. Please explain to me, when did you see somebody get something resolved and both parties are yelling? Y'all don't hear each other. Y'all flooding each other out. Y'all not listening. And then if you over 21 and you yelling all crazy and shit and you got anger issues and stuff, let that person go. For your sake of your health, let that person go. Stop saying you love them. Do you love yourself enough to know that this is a red flag? Let them go. Anybody that's argumentative, nah. It's not worth it, man. Arguing it leads to fights, it leads to violence, domestic violence, of course. I've been through this type of stuff, man. It leads you down a dark alley. Cause it's not real. It's not genuine. Y'all don't, like, how you say you love a person, but you always arguing with them? That's not love. Y'all can't get along. Y'all need to get away from each other. That's why master communication needs to be in relationship. Master communication needs to be in friendships. Master communication must be in business. You have to communicate. If you're upset in a nice, proper manner, let the person know. Not all this little baby shit y'all be doing. That, man. Maybe I just got a short fuse for BS. But like I said, learn the power of no. Learn the power of letting go. Learn the power of every soldier must know how to retreat. You got to retreat. You don't have to fight every fight and win every battle and win every argument. Learn how to let go some of them arguments. They're not worth your mental. Trust me, I've been through this. It's not worth it. And then, like I said, I've been saying this for a long time, you know. If you were the person that don't self-reflect and they got all these issues, they're not looking at the issues face value and trying to get rid of it, they don't know that they the problem. You don't know they problem, and then these are the type of people that scream the loudest and let the whole world know they're hurt. And when people do that, I just ignore it. I've had people do that to me. I tend to just ignore it. You want attention by whoever you getting attention by, they ain't no better than you. And if y'all believe that mess without seeing both sides of the story, something wrong with y'all. I've been through that. I'm not dealing with that. You can't make everybody happy. That's why I said letting go is essential. The power of no is essential. You can't make everybody happy. Hell, these people that you trying to make happy don't even know how to make themselves happy. How are you trying to figure out to make them happy? You got your own life. You can't make nobody happy. Men, y'all got baby mamas. They bitter. And they just don't, what they want you to continue taking care of them and y'all not together? All you could do is give them supposedly child support and make sure the kids are okay to the best of your ability. And if you can't do it, you just can't do it. You ain't got a job or things are tough. Things are not, things can get tough and rough. And these girls, they want your whole wallet. It don't supposed to be like that. And they bitter because I don't know what they bitter about, but I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. The same with men. Men get bitter with their baby mama because she moved on with other men and all that stuff. Like, it don't matter. All that matters them kids. That's all that matters. Just gotta let go. People like that, if your baby mom or your baby daddy is like that and they toxic and you gotta let them go. And you gotta beat them with success too. Success will beat them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying sit here and listen to what they saying and let them bash you and then take it for face value, but let them go and work on yourself. Everybody should be working on themselves anyway. There should be not one person thinking that their mind has distorted them to think that they are where they need to be at this point. No, you're not where you need to be at this point. You could do better. I don't care if you got your dream job right now. You can do 10 times better than that job. You can have a business. I don't care if you got a business now. You can have 2, 3, 5, 10. Get to a place where you're comfortable and ain't got to work that much, and you can be home with your children. Or you could be working on the next good thing to making your family better. In the family business. We should always be trying to grow and expand. The spirit wants to expand. The ego wants to stay the same. Fuck your ego. Some of y'all egos so fragile, you'll pick up a gun and shoot somebody for breathing wrong. What is wrong with the people out here? Boy, I've been like, man, let go. Let it go. Start releasing some of these tightened up monkey talks in your head. You gotta let it go. For once in your life, do the complete opposite of what you're doing. Because whatever you're doing ain't working. You know what I'm saying? I got people out there that's mad at me for things that I do. Or they're hating on me for things that I do. Why bother? Let it go. And police got somebody. Let them go. Yeah, I can't control how somebody feels about me. I can't control their opinions. I can't control if don't be a pleaser. Don't be a people pleaser. You'll be trying to please them until the day you die. Let them go. You don't like me? Too bad for you. I love me. You don't like me? Too bad. I love me. I'm going to say it again. You don't like me? Too bad. I love me. I love me some Curtis. And people see it. When I'm out and about, they see, oh yeah, that man, yeah. Yeah, I got my mistakes. I got my flaws and stuff like any other man does. But ain't nobody perfect. And I strive for excellence, but everybody's definition of excellence ain't the same either. So you're never going to please everybody. And you shouldn't even be worried about it. Let it go. Some of y'all got trauma when you were younger from your parents. Your parents, they taught you to be this way. Be a pat on the back type guy. You know? Pat on the back type character, on Grand Theft Auto. I mean, not Grand. On 2K, you got that pat on the back badge, which is Kevin Love. So somebody calling me and trying to mess up my video. Hold on. But yeah, it's gonna be a part 2. I'll check y'all out.